Hi, my name is Joshua. Welcome to Ongaku Concept. I hope you are all well and healthy. So that was the guitar solo to a song called Crank the Heat Up, which is from the stage Final Egg in Sonic Adventure. It was arranged by Jun Sonoe. The soundtrack credits him to the composition as well, but there is a song called Mechanical Resonance on the same soundtrack which was credited to Kenichi Takoi, so I'm not exactly sure if the credits are accurate or not. Anyways, so the reason I bring it up, I would like to think that that performance sounded relatively accurate to most of you, but there's this one part, it's not even a beat, it's like half a beat. It's this part right here. And so I'm playing that as a downward muted sweep, because that's always the impression that I got when I listened to it, and I never really looked at it too closely. But a friend of mine named Shane brought this up to me the other day, because he was relearning the solo, and he came across that part, and he's like, I have no idea what's going on here, what do you think? And upon closer listening, I also have no idea what's going on. If you slow it down, if you slow it really far down, he plays this E here. You can hear him release the D string, and you hear the open string ring out. And then there's a high D that sounds, where it's really, really, really quiet. And then you hear B, and then G, which he hammers on to A. Now, I don't know if those are the positions. I don't know how he's getting those notes to sound, because if I play that, it doesn't come off the same way. I feel like it's very linear. It's very like smooth, and it's just kind of this single motion to me. And that implies a sweep of some kind. This kind of, if you were to sweep that, so like that, it's really, really awkward to play, and it's really difficult to get it to sound clean. Jun's kind of no stranger to awkward fingerings, because he's a very like horizontal guitarist. I mean, the ending of the guitar solo to All Hail Shadow goes something like this, which is really hard to play. That just seems kind of out of left field. There's something about it as well that kind of feels like harmonics to me, and everybody I talked to about this said that it sounded like a harmonic glissando of some kind to them, which is this thing. It seems really, really unlikely to me, because for one thing, if you were to try to get those notes, D, B, and G in that octave, you'd have to involve this low G down here, because that's where the harmonics are. You have to do something like that. But if you're going to trill that, you have to make sure the other notes' harmonics also line up with that. So you'd have to trill on B. You'd have to do something like that. And that's so specific and so difficult to make sound clean. That doesn't make sense to me. And it's something that you wouldn't be able to just jump to either, because this sort of technique takes a second to kind of start and stop. My best guess at the moment is that after the E, he lifted his hand from the string, which results in the open D, and he was going to do kind of an upward sweep like this. And just on the B and G strings, maybe including the high E, but it was just missed. As for the D note, I think that would have come about by his muting the open D, because that doesn't ring out throughout that passage. So that sounds, and then in the process of muting it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking that he did. It still doesn't sound like that. So that's my best guess. I feel like it's a quirk of the recording that can't really be reproduced. It's just one of those things that you can't really like recreate a second time. I feel like if he were to play it live, it would honestly be something like this. Like that, I feel like whether this is in your performance or not, I don't think has any effect on the integrity of the solo. I think you can leave it out and it's perfectly fine. But it's a really interesting sound and I really, really like it. And I just don't know what he did to make that happen. So anyways, if you guys have any guesses, you are welcome to put them in the comments. If you want a tab for this, I transcribed the guitar solo and the tab is on Patreon. If you subscribe to that, because I would appreciate the support. If you'd like to see any of my other guitar covers, you can check out my other channel, which there's a link to in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.